In today's video, we're going to speak about the secret to forgiving yourself. What's up, you? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Delvon Bridges, and I am a rap artist that turned my bars into business. And I've been in the personal development space for over 9 years. And as stated, the topic of today is the secret to forgiving yourself. Since a kid, since I can remember, as early as probably age 5, I can remember vividly beating myself down, calling myself harsh names, being simply aware of my self-talk looking back, and it not being the most motivational or the most self-compassionate, simply because maybe I dealt with a lot of guilt, a lot of shaming, and things like that. And I began to do that kind of harm to myself. And that's what a lot of you guys are in the position of doing is your subconscious has been filled with negative messages, negative patterns, negative repetition. And so now you are beating yourself up about your past, things that you maybe felt that you could have done better. You're dealing with a lot of negative patterns of regret and things like that, and you're not forgiving yourself for your shortcomings simply because you like to confirm that you are not good enough. I know that sounds very major, but how we feel as human beings, we love to confirm it. This is the comfort zones that we create for ourselves. And so we have to learn how to break those comfort zones and those patterns by first developing a particular awareness of them. So can you recognize your self-talk? Can you recognize when you're beating yourself down? Can you recognize your own guilt? What are you feeling guilty for? Me, myself, I will feel guilty for man, there was a lot of manipulation going on. I will simply feel guilty for not being responsible for other people's emotions. And you can never keep anyone happy for too long. Eventually, they will have their own individual problems. And if you are responsible for their emotions, you will become the person to blame. And you will beat yourself down for something that you're not responsible for in the first place. And so we have to learn how to become aware of when we're people pleasing and when we're looking for external validation and we neglect ourselves. Okay? That's what it's about, and that's what it boils down to. We have to learn how to be fair to ourselves. This will also help you if you deal with overthinking, high expectations, and perfectionism. Guys, these problems, these issues, these self-defeating habits are all one and stemming from one thing, and that's the negative self-talk and the inability to forgive yourself for not showing up or having the skills to put your best foot forward. Okay? Like I said, a lot of who we are today are just simply messages and habits and expectations that were put on us. So just because you may have came up short of something you expect yourself to achieve, who expectations were they in the first place? Were they societies? Are these cultural expectations? Are they any other external expectations that you put on yourself and blame yourself for becoming short of or coming short of? First, analyze that, okay? Check your self-talk. You have to be your own best friend. And so, to put this really short, how I overcame this guilt and the shame and I found more forgiveness for myself is I simply started thinking about, would I speak to my children this way? Do I speak to my children this way? No. I'm very aware of their emotions. I'm very kind. I'm very thoughtful with my children. Yet, they're going to model what I do. I am an example for them. And what you do in the dark will always come to the light. So I must be the same with myself as I am with them as I am with my wife. We must practice and master the art of self-compassion for ourselves, for our own emotions and our own betterment and healing. We have to learn how to forgive ourselves, and this is the way. You treat yourself with kindness. You treat yourself like you treat a child, your best friends. You talk to yourself the same exact way, and you give yourself the same exact respect. Okay?